Good morning, traders. So we're still using the Bill Williams theory and looking at the DAX today. So yesterday, I'm going to leave these lines in. So I was just looking at the charts this morning. So we did get an engulfing, but I think the key thing is the previous day's range bar, which was this bar where my mouse is now, has been broken with a daily close below it. So a daily close below it, that gives me the height of that bar to the downside of the target, which is pretty much where I've drawn the levels in. Okay, now if I go to the left and I just look at what is there, does it make sense? And you can see we have a previous tail here, or a previous breakout. Okay, so this was a bar, and then we had this solid green day which broke out above this bar. Okay, so this was a previous breakout level, which has been, which makes it a logical target. There's nothing really in between, or should I say there is in between. There's another big level right over here, right there. So you can see that's the previous tail there, and it also lines up with a number of tails to the left as well. I think in general this area is fairly congested, so there are a lot of buyers that see value here. Okay, so in saying that, you can see where the previous buyer stepped in, which was right off this level. Okay, but I do expect us to continue down, and those are the two targets that we're going to be targeting. So let's just get this on 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour, pretty much we've broken this 4 hour fractional level as well, which is 11,728 or 11,730. Sorry, 10,730. So that fractional level has been broken, and below the alligator is pointing down. I do suspect we're going to have another trip to the downside. Now, bear in mind that this big head and shoulders here is still in play. Okay, now it is a weekly or a monthly head and shoulders. Okay, and I just want to do another little measured move here, because this was the move down, and then we ranged, and then we've broken through. Okay, and we want to take that to the low side there, or even to the upside. Got too many lines in today. Okay, so there's two ways of doing this. So firstly, so this was the original move down, and normally it's down and back up. So that would be the next target. Also, some people take it from the bottom of the range, which also works out occasionally as well. I think for me, taking it from the top there plays out more often than not. So that is also indicating that we still got a little bit of more downside to come, which may shoot past this level. But if you look on the weekly, it is a level of congestion, and that's where we are at the moment. Okay, so let's just get down to the hour. What are you looking to do? So I have the level, this fractional level here at 10,796 or 10,800. That is a level which would, if we broke above that level, got an hour close above that level, then the downward move is over, and then there's no reason to be looking for shorts. We do have a bit of diversions here, and we're going to have a look at this on the Bollinger as well. I think this could be a Bollinger W setting up. So a W reversal, but have a look here. Here was a W reversal that was setting up, and then it just made it into a bigger one here. Okay, and then we rallied for 2 days. Anyway, so the other thing that you've got here is a head and shoulders. So here is your shoulder, here is your head, here is your shoulder. and we've got a close below it. Okay, so this here, this head and shoulders target here, if we just do that, we move that to the downside, we move that line there, and we'll just change the color of the line quick. Let's make it purple line, and then we can go back to the weekly and just see where that lines up. Okay, so it kind of lines up still in this zone here. Okay, so that's kind of my levels to downside that I'm looking for. Okay, so first things first is obviously this level here, which is 10,627. Then we're looking for 10,552 and a stretch goal of 10,471. So those are my moves to the downside. What we're looking for is sort of a decent open, and then maybe a bit of consolidation or even another rally. And the rally that we'd be looking for would typically be a Fibonacci, okay, either to the 50 or the 61.8 area here. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're looking for. So I'm looking for another setup like this. Okay, so I'm looking for the oscillator just to climb back up into the sell zone, and then we are short again. Okay, bear in mind that it could come back just to test, just to the 50, which would test this previous breakout here. So that's the low of Friday. That'll come back and test. So if that is the case, that would be the first area to watch. And then obviously I would watch pretty much the Fibonacci levels, and then the last thing that I'll watch is make sure that's on the hour. No, it's not on the hour, so but it does make sense. So there is a breakout point there which has been broken, which could be tested, which is above a 72.4 Fibonacci. I think ultimately what you're looking for is you want to make sure that you don't get a close, and I would say a sort of a half-hour close above 10,794 or 10,800, because that would indicate that we have potential more upside coming. Okay, and then what would happen is this W bottom would play out. So just talking about W bottoms, let's just have a quick look at the Bollinger Bands, and you'll see what I mean. So outside the Bollinger, inside the Bollinger. So another green candle here could confirm it, or we could just come back to 20 here and then move down. Oscillators are grouped to the upside at the moment, so I have a feeling it's just going to continue walking down the bands. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so that's my move today on the DAX. Just bear in mind that we are waiting for the Feds to make an announcement tomorrow, and so you can expect either a continuation of the trend that we're in now, or we go into a holding pattern. In other words, we go into range or sideways motion until that result comes out. But I do suspect that we're going to still move down to the target that I gave you earlier. Okay, so my goal for today is short, and looking for shorts from any rally that we get. So any rally back into the alligator, I'm looking for shorts. Okay, anyway guys, that's me for today, and hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.